I'm Ted Keys in Pasadena, California. Welcome to my Tuesday conference call, a free, high-powered meeting I hold live every Tuesday for top producing freight agents. Go to tedkeysonline.com for complete call information. Then join us weekly to see new, serious, struggling, and experienced sales professionals move more freight efficiently, effectively, effortlessly, and make more money financially. So watch my recorded call topic highlighted there on your screen right now. Then go to tedkeysonline.com and hear more podcasts, read more blog posts, watch more videos, and while you're there, visit my Freight Sales Success Store for top-notch freight moving products to explode your business today. Enjoy watching and applying my Tuesday conference call. Hang tight, everybody, while I mute everybody out, and then I get going on the call today. Hello and welcome to my Tuesday conference call. I'm Ted Keys, your top freight agent training expert here in Pasadena, California. This is a free, high-powered meeting I hold live every Tuesday for top producing freight agents at 2 p.m. Pacific time and 5 p.m. Eastern time. On the call today, I'm going to show you how to move more freight efficiently, effectively, and effortlessly so you make more money financially. And after the call today, go to my website, tedkeysonline.com, to hear more of my podcasts, read more of my blog posts, watch more of my videos, and while you're there, visit my Freight Sales Success Store for top-notch freight moving products to explode your freight business today. When you arrive at my Freight Sales Success Store, you'll see a host of products available. The first one that you'll see available is my flagship product. That is my Freight Sales Success Guide, typically for beginner and struggling freight agents. If you're searching for that daily motivation to pick up the phone and continue to connect with the marketplace, then opt for my Freight Sales Success Quotes. And if you're searching for those specific skills, this profession requires a tremendous amount of skills to be successful, then opt for my Freight Sales Success Skills. All these products available today at my Freight Sales Success Store at tedkeysonline.com. And while you're there taking in all this free information, go to the contact page on any one of the pages at my website. Just click on the contact, and that's going to take you to my contact page. When you get there, enter your contact details. By doing that, you'll receive your weekly email invite to this and every call, along with the attachments. Again, the free attachments. Every call, I provide free attachments for each and every call. And just by doing that, you'll also receive my free report, 11 ways freight agents will increase their income. Follow these ways, and trust me, you will increase your income. All you have to do is start with the first one. And if you have any questions today after the call, or specifically, are you ready to join our top producing freight sales team, then give me a call, Ted Keys. I'm at 626-309-9141. Today's training topic is this freight sales system gets results. Again, this freight sales system gets results. As I'll explain later, I'm talking about my freight sales system that gets results. So, for those of you that are on my contact list, go to any one of those email invites that I sent you today, scroll down to the bottom, and we are going to go over those free attachments that I provide for each and every call. Let's go ahead and start. So, let's go ahead and open up that first attachment. As you read that, here's what you will see. Hold on here, folks, okay? What you're going to read on that first attachment is that there are 3 essentials for business success. There are 3 main essentials for business success. The first essential you require is motivation. The second essential that you require is goals. The third essential that you require is systems. That's it. Every business requires these 3 essentials for gaining success. Let's go ahead and open up that second attachment. Just go ahead and click open that second attachment, and what you'll see is basically two words on there. Today we are going to talk about my sales system. It's a system that I've specifically devised. It works for me. I'm successful with it. If I'm successful with it, I'm going to share it with you. So hence, when we talk about that third essential, we're going to talk today about my sales system. So go ahead and open up that third attachment. And that third attachment basically reads, in life and in business, success is a moving target. Stop moving, stop succeeding. It's that simple. Sales is a system of you every day taking action, moving, picking up the phone, making contact with the marketplace, quoting freight rates. It's all a progression of motion. The first time you stop that motion, stop that momentum, basically you're going to stop succeeding, and just by succeeding, you're going to stop moving. When you stop moving, basically your business is going to stop producing. So one more time, in life and in business, success is a moving target. This goes hand in hand with motivation and goals as well. You're moving towards something. You're moving toward the motivation that you've set for yourself. You're moving toward the goals that you've set for yourself. How do you move toward them? By utilizing the sales system that I am about to provide for you. So when you stop moving, no doubt you will stop succeeding. Very, very important point that I'm going over here. Let's go ahead and move on to that fourth attachment. Now, before I actually get into my system, I've got to go over some freight sales success statistics with you. Again, these are freight sales success statistics. Let's talk about freight sales success statistics, because basically these statistics apply specifically to our profession. And it's so important that you understand these statistics, even though they may be a little data-filled and mundane. Once you understand these, it's by the time you get this understanding that you actually say, aha, this is the sales system that I will follow because I understand this knowledge. So, why do some succeed? And again, this is that fourth attachment at the bottom of your email invite. So what I was saying is, why do some succeed and so many fail in small business enterprises? It all boils down to one thing: the ability and determination to contact prospects, consistently follow up, and maintain repeated follow-up with them. Nowhere is this more evident than our freight sales industry. Most people don't understand the role that marketing and the strategic importance of following up with prospects and future customers plays in our game. And yes, it is a game. Basic stuff, but even the most experienced professionals forget to follow these basics that I'm about to go over with you. The importance of following up is best illustrated by research from the National Sales Executive Association. It's a trade group for salespeople. The remarkable statistics demonstrate that most sales in our profession are made between the 5th and the 12th contact. Let me say that again. Most sales in our profession are made between the 5th and the 12th contact. A lot of folks don't understand that. They call once, they call twice, they call 3 times, and they say, hey, this guy's not buying from me, I'm moving on. Well, most sales are made between the 5th and the 12th contact. I can't express how important that point is. Here's some data they've compiled regarding sales per contact ratios. 2% of sales are made on the first contact. Only 2%. Pick up the phone, you get a sale. That only happens 2 out of 100 times. 3% of sales are made on the second contact. 5% of sales are made on the third contact. 10% of sales are made on the fourth contact, and as I said earlier, 80% of sales are made between the 5th and the 12th contact. Let me say that again. 80% of sales are made between the 5th and the 12th contact. Now, let me share a fact with you. This is a basic fact. It's a fact that's so true. 95% of your competition, 95% of all freight sales agents in our profession will drop a prospect after the third try. I'm going to repeat that again because it's so important. 95% of our competition, your competition, will drop a contact after the third try. Why do they do that? Because they just don't know this data. That's why it's so important that I share it with you. Can you see we're putting out 25% more effort than your competition by making that fourth and that fifth contact will improve your sales by 100%. That's right, 100%. Does it make sense to double that effort? Another 8 contacts for a total of 12 contacts to multiply your sales by another 700%. This is all taking this data and multiplying it. I mean, it all works. Example, why does Coke pay millions of dollars per month in advertising costs? They do it for one reason. They want you to think of Coke as often as humanly possible. They know you already know whether or not you like Coke. They know already whether you know where to buy it. They know you already know the cost and nearly doing so. Still, you hear Coke ads. You see Coke on billboards. You see it in magazines, on TV, on radio, and on and on and on. Why? To keep Coke on your mind as often as possible, to crave it, and for you then to ultimately buy it. Our sales system is no different. It's no different than Coke. However, our main source of advertising is right here, this object right here, this tool right here called the telephone. You see that initial and repeated exposure is a must, especially when you're starting out just building your foundation. You have to market your service to your prospects the same way. Again, repeated contact. Everyone is vying for your prospect's mind. You must play this game hard. You've got to play it consistently, persistently, and with the utmost determination to succeed over time from your initial introduction to success or until your prospect and your future customer tells you to stop. I can't express how important this data is. I know it's just data, but I can't express how important it is. Again, that one main fact, 80% of your sales will come, again, repeatedly between the 5th and the 12th contact. Your sales percentage is so high between that 5th and that 12th contact. All I can say is continue to follow up, continue to build rapport, continue to build those relationships with your prospects and future customers, and you will see the success that you desire in this profession. Let's go ahead and move on to that 5th attachment. So basically, here's my freight sales system in a nutshell. I mean, this is it. It's very simple, my freight sales system. And by explaining it, I'm going to first talk to you about my recipe for success. This is all part of my freight sales system. The first thing I'm going to go over, again, attachment number 5, is my recipe for success. So let me first state a point here, guys. Your customers, the customers that you've built, will eventually leave you, and that's a guarantee. It's unfortunate, but that's just how our profession is, and typically that's how life goes in general. Think of all the individuals that you've known over the course of your life. So many of them have come and they have gone. Only a very, very small percentage of the individuals that you speak to you've known for a significant amount of time. So in general, your customers will eventually leave you. Again, that's a guarantee. So just by knowing this fact, below or here is a description of how to succeed. And basically this is my recipe for success. So here's what you're going to do. And by taking all this information, all these ingredients, putting it in the pot, stirring it up, and getting that magnificent production after you're done, my recipe for success. What you're going to do is obtain 3 new emails and phone numbers every single day. Again, that's it, just 3. And again, that's at a minimum. If you want to get more than that, you're more than welcome to. But at the minimum, 3 new emails and phone numbers every single day. What does that add to? Well, it adds to 15 plus new emails and phone numbers every week. What are you going to do with that information? You're going to add it to your contact list, your email contact list, which is so important in building that contact list over time. You're going to, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to communicate with that list. You're going to email this list weekly. One example is every Monday, provided you're an agent with our successful freight sales office, every Monday I send you out your weekly email for you to take, for you to reconfigure. If you think that's what you want to do, take that email and send it out to your contact list. And again, I provide that free of charge every Monday, provided you're an agent with our office. That's just one example. So email weekly, my email. You're also going to call 10 prospects on that list that you've already built up. What's going to happen? Just by all this communication, by continually adding to your contact list, your email list, by emailing, by calling. Again, my rule is 1 touch per week. Again, you can increase that, but again, 1 touch per week, whether by email or by phone number. What's going to happen? You're going to have more loads moving overall as you build that contact list, as you follow up with it, and as you communicate with it. However, you have to get those 3 new contacts or 3+ contacts every single day for this to work. What does that configure to? It configures to 15 new contacts every week. So every day, every week, you are continually adding to this contact list that you're continually building. Again, what's going to happen? You're going to have more loads moving. It's that simple. It's the most simplest recipe for success that I can explain. Now, let's go ahead and move on to attachment number 6. Attachment number 6. This is not part of my freight sales system that gets results. This is basically a recipe for failure. If you don't follow my freight sales system that gets results, if you follow this recipe, well, the end result is failure in this profession. Let me read again, that's attachment 6. Let me repeat by saying again, your customers will eventually leave you. I don't have to say that again, but I will anyway. It's guaranteed. Now, knowing this, attached here is a description of why you will fail, okay? So this is my recipe for failure. Let me describe in detail what will happen if you follow my recipe for failure. Daily, if you don't obtain new emails and phone numbers daily, if you don't get new customers regularly, if you don't build, if you basically stop building that contact list that's so important in any sales profession, especially this one. If you coast or rest on your laurels, if you only service the current customers you have, if you believe that those customers will remain loyal, if you don't call your remaining contact list, or you don't send out that Monday email that I send you, again, provided you're a member of our freight sales team, okay? What's going to happen is over time, you're going to have few or no loads moving. Your load production is going to, it could start here. It's just going to keep going down if you don't get those 3 new contacts a day, 15 new contacts a week. You're going to have few or no loads moving. You're going to have no growth, which is going to end up with unpaid bills and pretty soon your exit from this profession. It's that simple. Now, you have a choice. You can follow my recipe for success or my recipe for failure. Recipe for success, recipe for failure. My recipe for failure is not part of my freight sales system that gets the best results, okay? My recipe for success, again, this is basically it. This is my freight sales system that gets results, my recipe for success. Recipe for failure is not included in that, but if you desire to follow this, That's your choice. However, expect failure somewhere in the near future. So, my freight sales system that gets results, that's it in a nutshell, my recipe for success. Let's go ahead and move on and talk about the telephone messages that you leave. When you call a prospect and you get a voicemail, you can't get through, you're asked to leave a message. Well, basically this is for voicemail or to leave on a message on a machine or something like that. So let's talk about telephone messages. Now, I have two examples, all right? Basically, again, this is attachment number 7. I've got two examples. One is for the incoming telephone, which is basically somebody that's calling into you, what they're going to hear on your answering machine or your voicemail. Basically, here's what I have in a nutshell, real simple. This is a recording that all incoming callers hear when they call at non-business hours on our main business line. Okay, here's what they hear. They hear, "Hello and welcome. You've reached Logistic Dynamics at 626-309-9141. Our normal business hours are 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Leave your name and number twice. Again, leave your name and number twice, and we will return your call during normal business hours. Thank you." It's plain, it's simple, it gets the job done. That is what individuals will hear when they call in on our main business line and we're basically done doing business for today. That is the incoming telephone or voicemail recording. Now, telephone message number 2 is the message to prospects, the message to your prospects and your future customers when you're actually calling them and you're unable to get through to them for whatever reason. They have an answering machine or you get through to their voicemail. Here's the message that you're going to leave with them. It's so simple. Leave this message. Again, this is the only message I leave for business prospects and future customers. After hearing their telephone recording, I keep leaving this message until I finally speak to them. Here is the message. It goes like this. Blank. Hi, it's Ted Keys from Logistic Dynamics. Call me at 626-309-9141. It's blank o'clock your time. Thanks. Real simple. Again, it's so simple, and your goal is to make it sound like you've spoken to these individuals before. If you make it sound that way, they're going to have a desire to call you back. But if you call up and say, "Hello, I'm on," you're stumbling and fumbling around just saying your name, your full name, the reason why you're calling. There's a 100% chance, or let's just say this, there's a high probability that your prospect and your future customer will not call you back. Your goal is to leave a message as simple as possible. This here is as simple as you can get. Let me say it one more time. Blank. Hi, it's Ted Keys from Logistic Dynamics. Call me at 626-309-9141. It's blank o'clock your time. Thanks. Real simple. Why am I going over telephone messages? Because a lot of what you're doing during this segment is about making telephone calls. It goes hand in hand with that data I just went over. Again, 80% of your sales will come between the 5th and the 12th contact. Again, that's picking this tool up here and utilize it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 12. That is when you will see your sales results occur. So that's why I'm going over telephone messages. Very, very important that you hear the right one, or that your prospects and customers hear the right one they call, and that you leave the right one when you call out. So based on all this, let's move on to attachment number 8. And I'm going to go over a little motivation here for you and fill you in on our Remember series that I go over on each and every call. Attachment number 8 reads, and again, this ties it all up. These points tie it all up in what I'm about to tell you. So attachment number 8, remember, when you're calling your prospects and customers, don't attempt to figure out the best time to call. Sometimes we sit around thinking, gee, is it good to call here? Is it good to call there? Is it good to call during lunch, after lunch? Don't figure out the best time to call. Get on the phone now, or you won't reach anybody. Why? Because, again, I just went over the telephone messages with you. I mean, if you call and you get their voicemail, leave that telephone message. So don't sit around trying to figure out the best time to call somebody. Mainly, it's because everybody's different. They all have a different schedule. Okay, so don't figure out the best time to call. Get on the phone now, or you won't reach anybody. Let's go ahead and move on to that second to last attachment. I believe that's attachment number 9, which reads, remember, again, remember when you're calling your prospects and customers to make one more call every day. Hey, I went over earlier about those 3 calls. That's just the minimum. It's 3+ calls. So based on that, I'm telling you, remember when you're calling your prospects and customers to make one more call every day. Is it going to be 4 calls, 5 calls, whatever it is, just make one more call every day. Attempt to pass those goals that you set yesterday. You will be amazed at your results. You're going to get great results just by getting 3 new contacts every day. Think about what happens when you increase that every day to 4, sometimes to 5. That contact list is just going to build over time. The folks on that contact list will require your service. You're going to have more and more folks asking you to quote their lanes, and in quoting them correctly, you're going to be moving more freight. It's that simple. So one more time, remember when you're calling your prospects and customers to make one more call every single day. You will be amazed at the results that you get from that. Let's go ahead and move on to that last attachment. That's attachment number 10. Attachment number 10 reads, remember when you're calling your prospects and customers that your sales rewards are in direct proportion to what you wager. Your sales rewards are in direct proportion to what you wager. So, rewards. Follow my recipe for success. Those are the rewards that you will gain over time. Follow the recipe for failure, and again, it's the recipe for failure. It's not my recipe for failure, it's the recipe for failure. Follow that. Those are the rewards that you're going to get over time. So as I said, your sales rewards are in direct proportion to what you wager. It's just like anything else, a sport. Your success in that sport is going to be it's going to be determined by the amount of work that you practiced and that you put into that sport. Freight sales is no different. You're only going to get out of this what you put into it. My goal and my hope is that you follow that simple recipe for success, which contributes to this freight sales system that will get results. Use my recipe for success and you will get results. Great topic today. I can't express how important it is that you follow that recipe for success. And again, you will see this. You will see how this freight system gets you the results that you are searching for. In wrapping up this topic today, I'll ask you again, do you want to receive those weekly email invites for each and every call, along with the attachments that I provide on each and every call? Then go to my website, tedkeysonline.com/contacts, and enter your contact details. Do you have any questions about today's call, or more specifically, are you ready to join our top producing freight sales team? Then give me a call, Ted Keys. I'm at 626-309-9141. Thank you so much again for joining my Tuesday conference call today. I'll see you again next Tuesday at the same time, 2 p.m. Pacific time and 5 p.m. Eastern time. Until then, get on the phone. Take this tool, get on the phone, make call after call after call every single day. You will be amazed with your results. Thank you for joining me today on my Tuesday conference call. Again, I'll take care. God bless. I'll see you all again next week, same time. Take care, God bless, and goodbye. You've just taken a tremendous step forward by watching and applying my Tuesday conference call highlight. Do you desire to earn and learn with our top freight team and Christian-based office? Yes? We're searching for a self-starter who's serious, motivated, and ready to take action right now. Is that you? Go to tedkeysonline.com/contacts and enter your contact details. We provide top-notch freight agent sales training to you. Then you deliver those same skills with confidence to the freight industry marketplace. I'll talk to you soon.